Good day everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the All Things Spirituality with Cyril Pilkington. This is not an interview, this is a conversation between two people, me getting to know about the next person, her beliefs, her spiritual views. So today I have a special guest. She's highly favored. The first time I met her, she was so outspoken and a little bit of controversial. So I had to get her on the show. So today we have Nyeleti, the star. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So, first thing foremost, can you introduce yourself? Who are you? What do you do?
Okay, so I'm Nyeleti the star, the Chevrolet queen, Chevrolet oozing ooey. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a performance coach. I'm a lover of life. I'm everything entertainment. So I act, I MC, I write songs, I rap. And I just really love life.
This is dope.
Yeah.
So let's speak about spirituality.
Yes.
I know that's your favorite topic.
It is.
So what do you believe in? Like, are you Christian? Do you believe in ancestors? What are your beliefs?
Okay, so I was Christian for the longest time of my life. I grew up in a Christian home. My father's a pastor. My mom loves Jesus. Her and Jesus are like besties. And a couple of years ago, I started asking questions as to, when you realize how big the universe is and how big the world is, you're like, is that all there is to it? There was one savior for every single person. And I started, then I also discovered that my dad's mom was a sangoma, and then she gave her life to Christ and all of that. And I started having my own awakening, my own experiences, and I started asking questions. And right now, I wouldn't say I'm Christian. I'd just really say I'm spiritual. Really?
Oh, there's no title to it. I'm this.
I wouldn't say. I don't know, because I was Christian for most of my life, for over 20 years. You get? So there's also that disconnecting myself from previous beliefs and getting into these new understandings of what life is, So taking from Buddhists, taking from Muslims, taking from different groups of people, ancestral belief as well. This is something I've been introduced to as well. So I can't really say I'm a Christian or whatever. I
feel like, I'm also like that, because with the podcast, in every episode I invite spiritual people, being Hindu, Christian. So I'm taking something from them, you see.
Yeah.
So how do you embrace your spirituality since you don't have a title? What do you do?
Okay, so ngiyatandaza ne? Nginophahla because currently I stay at home. So I'm not allowed to in pepper. I'm not allowed to do anything that is outside of Christianity. So I only get to uphahla kwamampela outside of home, which I know a lot of people might find controversial because you're supposed to do it at home, But because we are dealing with spirits, we are not dealing with actual physical people or physical spirits. I guess you can do it anyway. So ngiyaphahla, but not as much as I feel like I should. But ngiyatandaza, I'll pray. I'll light a candle every now and then. But most of the time I just speak.
Speak to
Creator.
Jesus.
No. Me and Jesus are not really on speaking terms right now. I just say creator of all things, source energy. Yeah, which is source energy, but in the Christian sense, remember this God was personified as a he. So for me now, it depends on what I'm praying for. I either speak to God the Mother or God the Father.
So you don't tear apart, you speak to ancestors?
Yes, I do.
So, with people about him, the universe listens to what we say.
Yeah.
Just that sentence the universe.
Yes.
They believe in the universe.
Yeah.
And then the other people that believe in a God. So which one is which?
I think it's all one.
It's all one.
I believe you're the universe, I'm the universe, because I also believe that I'm God and you are God too. And I believe in all of us. As funny enough, just this morning, as I was taking my bath and I was speaking some affirmations, I actually felt like I was a universe, and there's like, okay, what's living inside of me is like people, like us. Do you get what I mean? So I felt like there was some spiritual thing happening inside. So I feel like all of us are the universe. We are all pieces of the universe, you know? So I don't think it really matters if you refer to it as God or the universe, but yeah, I think it's one, if I'm not mistaken.
Because like in every episode before we shoot, I do my research. Like when I'm having a prophet, I do like research. When I'm having a pastor, I do research of Christianity. Like, but when I didn't, neutral. I didn't. So like, I'll just throw in questions then.
I'm good with that.
So
I'm happy with that.
Okay, like the most important thing right now in our life is the man.
The money.
It's man.
It's the most important to you or to me?
to life in general.
To people.
To people.
And
that's why we wake up in the morning.
For money.
Yeah. So I wanna ask you, like, when it comes to like spirituality and the man, because I feel like when you broke, like you don't have money, you broke your things, you don't have your things figured out. It's because spiritually
you're lacking.
You're lacking.
Or you're missing something.
You're missing something. So what's your take on that?
Okay, first of all, the most important thing to me is not money. The most important thing to me is love. And I don't mean love like romantic, when I look into your eyes or whatever. I mean the reason why we're here. I mean the most powerful energy in the entire universe is love. And therefore, once you are filled with love and you show love, then you are able to attract everything, including money. To me, money is a tool that we use in order to get by, but it's not the most important thing, because to live is for free, right? For my parents to make me, they didn't pay each other. There was no vending machine where my dad had to like insert 100 rand and then all of a sudden I was there. They had to laugh, right?
So the first thing to use is love.
Love.
And then the second is money.
No.
But I'm sure it's on the top part.
You know what? The thing is, for me,
I'm sure it's on the top part.
Look, I enjoy money, don't get me wrong. I like having it around a lot. But it's not the most important thing. Like, I feel like the best things in life are free. For example, if a little child comes to me and they're running to me with open arms, do you know, that makes me feel better than money does. You know, because money can go, but certain feelings will always remain. So I can't put money at the top of my list.
So in other words, you're saying like you don't mix your spirituality with money. Money should
be a result of your vibration, your frequency. Like I said, if you're vibrating high, which is love is the highest vibration, the most powerful vibration in the entire universe. Love is the reason why the universe exists, right? So if you are vibrating there, you're going to attract everything that you need in order for you to be comfortable, which includes money, because money helps you get by. Money gets you the things that you want. But I want to remove that whole thing of it being the most important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you vibrate on a high frequency? I want to hear this one.
Okay, what I've learned thus far, and I just want to make it very clear, especially like to the viewers out there, is that I'm also learning. I'm a student in life, so I am open to correction. But what I've learned so far is vibrating high includes a lot of things. It includes what you watch on television. It includes what you spend your time doing. It includes what you eat. It includes how you think. It also includes you being honest with yourself. Truth and love go hand in hand, right? For example, just going to digress a little bit. I've been telling a lot of people I know that I'm tired of hearing people talk bad about their exes, like ex-baby daddies or their ex-boyfriends or whatever. My ex, he was such a loser or whatever. It's like, but you chose him. So that means you're a bit of a loser yourself if you're going to attract people in that sort of vibration, right?
Yeah.
So accountability, that's where I'm going with this whole issue about exes. Like, the moment you are able to be honest with yourself about you're bad and you're good, I think that also helps you sort of vibrate at a higher sort of frequency, I think. But most importantly, what you eat, what you watch, who you spend time with, what your rituals are. And people like to think rituals are like these things where you slap a cow and a ritual is what you do when you wake up in the morning. So for example, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is either pray or speak some affirmations into my mind or try and remember what I dreamt about. So that's a ritual. Washing your face in the morning is a ritual. Brushing your teeth is a ritual. So what your ritual includes has an influence on your frequency. Another thing that's not spoken about enough, your traumas, right? So there's certain things that each of us have been through in life that have tainted us in a way that sort of control how we behave. People think it's normal that we drink alcohol every weekend. That can't be normal. There's something that we're escaping. Weed, whether it's whatever it is that we do that is outside of us, has a lot to do with things that we haven't dealt with. And now, certain things, traumas also come from ancestors as well. There's certain things that your parents may have gone through that passed on to you because they didn't deal with them. Right? For example, absent fathers. That's a generational curse, which is a generational trauma. You know? So yeah, dealing with your traumas as well helps.
And Sunday, I'm hosting a family constellation workshop here. So like when you have traumas, things like that, come pull through the 25th of June. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, like, you're songstress.
Yeah.
You sing.
I write music.
You write music.
Yes,
so
sir.
like spirituality, you write spiritual songs, or do you get like some lyrics or songs?
Excuse me. I would say most of the music that I've ever written for myself, because when I started music, people were writing for me. So it was usually their ideas, their energy, their feelings. And the moment I started writing for myself, I could say that it was very spiritual. I've actually got a song featuring Zakwe and a very beautiful rapper named Jimmy Wiz, and it was produced by this producer from Durban, MPZ. And the song is called New Day.
Where do they find it?
Everywhere. Find it everywhere. Spotify, all over the place. And New Day, I was going through a lot when I wrote that song, and the lyrics, I don't know, man, they just came. He made the beat, and I was like, how does this sound? How does this sound? And some of the first verse I took from another song that I had written. And the lyrics go, there'll be ups, there'll be downs. Don't you frown. Life, something about learning how to wear your crown. And spread your hands out and fly and make your mama proud. So those kind of things are things that I also feel from within, but I do know they're spiritual because I come from a family of musicians as well. My mother's side of the family, almost everyone can sing. Almost everyone, you know what I mean? So that's definitely ancestral. So I'm sure the music also comes from them.
So to ask you this, what's the highest form of spirituality you want to reach? I've never thought of that. Hey, can't about this now.
The highest.
Which one is but you can answer it first. Like the highest form, which is like the monks, you know the monks.
Yeah. Sure. In the orange. I want. For me, it's not necessarily a look, but a feeling. I just want to vibrate love. I just want to. Have you met like these old white ladies, the hippies, and they just want to give you a hug, and when they hug you, you feel like all your problems are gone? I want to be like that. I want to be able to attract every beautiful thing without, and to be honest with you, I'm well on my way because almost everything that I ask for, I receive. For me, this tells me that my vibration has gone higher because it doesn't take a while for me to receive the things that I ask for. And if I don't, then I know that maybe there's a blockage, or maybe I'm not surrendering enough to the universe or to God or whatever, or there's something in me that's pushing, or maybe I'm chasing something too much, and then it runs away. But I want to be at a point where I just vibrate love. Wherever I'm around, I want people to feel good. That's the highest form of vibration I would like to.
That's dope. So like speaking of love, né? Like how's your relationship vibe? You are a beautiful woman, boss. Tell us, still on the market, looking. Tell the people, yeah.
Oh Lord.
How's your relationship? Yeah? Are you in a relationship or not?
Am I in a relationship?
Or are you still looking, searching for someone?
Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna ask me this. You said we were gonna talk about spirituality,
Yeah,
but I mean this has a lot to do with spirituality.
Chill out.
Okay. I would say it's complicated. I would say I am learning how to date myself.
I don't understand.
Yeah, how to be in a relationship with myself. Like how to actually be single and stick to being single. So that's where I am right now.
But when you're single, you feel lonely. Like
That's
you can't
the
go to the
problem.
movies by yourself.
You
Eat
can,
popcorn.
you should. That's what self-love is. That's if you can't. Okay. So when you vibrate high and love is the vibration that you're on, you should be able to be in love with yourself first. Meaning, you should be able to look in the mirror and not see any flaws. You should be able to compliment yourself. You should be able to chill and watch movies and laugh by yourself and make jokes by yourself. I do that a lot. I talk to myself all the time. And it's fun.
And when you have
because no one knows me like me.
When you have like urges, sometimes like you need a woman and you need a date.
But have you noticed?
When you have urges like
but have you noticed
sexual
the urges?
Okay,
urges are urges, whether they're sexual or whatever, right? So I smoke cigarettes, and I notice every now and then when I want to fast and I don't want to smoke, the urge, it just comes for a few minutes and it goes, and then it comes back again and it goes.
So you need to be able to
what you decide to water is what will grow. So the more you're like, that's madness. And also when we think about sex, when you have sex with someone, you're connecting with them on so many different dimensions and not just one. So when you think about the repercussions and the consequences of sleeping with certain people, and also coming doesn't take that long, hey? You come for like how many seconds for you to now be like, oh my God, I'm gonna die if I don't come for 2 minutes. I think, to be honest with you, I've gained more pleasure from resisting temptation, because then I'm pouring back into myself. Okay, so when you disappoint yourself, and when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, you are lowering your confidence in yourself because you're disappointing yourself. So now, Kabanga, when you hold those urges and you're like, no, I'm actually not going to give in. Do you know how much more proud of yourself you become and more confident in yourself you become?
Because like when I'm practicing like semen retention, and then maybe like I go 30 days or 60 days without and then like,
thinking about
and then I relapse.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a woman and then I relapse.
Sure.
I feel I don't have powers, I feel like deity. Like so sometimes like instant gratification, like instant pleasure.
Exactly, because I believe sex is such a beautiful thing and it's such a pleasurable thing. It's been used as a tool to lower people's vibrations now because of how powerful it is.
Cameraman Basti, I think you should use that clip. Start there. That's the good one. That's the good one. So sex, you say sex is used?
Oh my God, that was spirit. It wasn't even me talking.
Did you hear the sound again?
Jeez, sex is a tool that is used to lower the vibration of people. That's because of how powerful it is. Angatibati sex sells. When look at what they're doing with our little girls. Our women in general, all we sing is bounce, bounce, bounce. Can I say that? Ass. Everywhere, because they understand just how powerful it is. So it's like music. Music is one of the most powerful energies in the world. So if I want to control a large number of people, I'm going to make them listen to a certain kind of music because it keeps them at a certain vibration and focusing on like sex and whatever. Kanti, there's more to us than just that.
So about Drake, controlling us with the music.
I won't say any names. I don't want to say any names, but
Okay.
the kind of music that we listen to on radio, the music that is easily accessible, is the music that destroys. So I was watching a video. I'm not sure of the word. I think it's in semantics or something like that. So they were judging because remember we are 80% water, né? I don't believe we are any less. In fact, I believe we are more. So first of all, water is a powerful element, right? So I was watching this video about how water responds to certain types of music, because as you know, we are like 80% music. In fact, I think we are more.
80% what?
Yeah, water, music, 80% water. And water holds memory, right? So you could put water into 2 different jars and speak to this water and speak to the other. Different vibrations. You could tell this one, you're nasty, you're dirty, na. It will react in the form of like little bubbles. And then the one that you love will be clear. Like I've tried that myself. So imagine what happens to you when all you're listening to is Bastrata, or whatever the hell people are listening to now. So in this video, it shows the shape in which water takes when certain music is being played. So imagine, if you are 80% water and you keep listening to crap music, what eventually happens to your psyche? You know, I know very well that I got influenced into ganja through Lil Wayne, to be honest with you. I wasn't really interested in weed before that, but Lil Wayne made it sound so cool. And now all of a sudden, all the guys I know were growing dreadlocks, they were wearing skinny jeans, they were looking like Lil Wayne, they were getting tattoos on their faces. So we can't really say that music has no influence over people. So that too will definitely influence your vibration.
That's
Definitely.
That's deep. So the other day we had the earthquake tremor earthquake. Yeah. So you experienced that?
No, I didn't. I was out. I was partying. I was out. And I didn't want to say, like, I checked my phone, people were like, hey, earthquake tremor. I'm like, what time was this? Because we were out.
So like you seeing that like on the socials, went viral and stuff. Uchi about that is Jesus coming back, or the world is coming to an end?
No one is coming back.
Just the overpopulation of the people, or what?
I think it's definitely spiritual, right? I believe there's an awakening that is happening currently, especially amongst like Black people, right? There's an awakening that's happening. More and more people are opening their eyes to nature, to reality, to the world outside. So I think whatever shift that was happening, that was a shift in our paradigm. It's deeper, because I don't believe there's any Jesus that's coming back. There's no one that's gonna come back and save anybody. The only person that can save you is you. There's no one who's gonna come out through the clouds and everybody's going to fly up.
Jesus is not coming back to save.
No, there is no Jesus that's coming back, sweetie pie. The only person that's gonna save you is you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break it to anybody that believed in it, and whoever's gonna call me a devil worshipper, a Satanist. I was in church for so many years, and for a long time I believed that some white guy was gonna come and actually pick me up, and we're going to fly together through the sky. And now I realize, no, nobody's gonna come do that for me, especially with all the traumas and all the things I've experienced in life. Because you see, one of the things I didn't like about being religious and Christianity is that you never took accountability for anything. It was either the devil or it was God. The devil made you do it, or it's God's will. It's never you. Nobody ever takes accountability for their own things. And the Bible, the very Bible says we are gods because our God, our Father is God. So if you are a God, that means you make decisions and you make them intentionally. So if you are going to sleep with that person and then regret it later, don't run away from the fact that you went and did it because you wanted to do it. And once people start taking accountability for the decisions that they make, they'll have power to make the opposite decisions. But the moment you keep blaming everybody outside of you, hey, it's the devil, it's God.
So you're saying like there's an awakening that's happening, like
Yes.
more Black people
Are coming back.
starting
To awaken. Because for me, it doesn't make any sense why all these other races are so successful and their saviors look like them. all their saviors look like them. Ngisho no Jesu wabo looks like them.
So-
Tina, who's our savior?
So when I saying the Bible is crap,
No. There's a lot of beautiful messages in the Bible. There's a lot of, I mean,
like the book of Proverbs. See the Proverbs one?
yeah. Well, the whole
But the
Bible.
rest,
There's here.
nah. The rest,
Well, here and there, but it's a very powerful book, and I would say you are ignorant if you're not even going to take anything from it, because it's that powerful that it's lived for so many years that there must be power in it, and that very Bible was used to control a large race of people. Then there must be some secrets that are hidden there. The only thing is maybe it was taken and put into like a VIP section. Like, okay, this part is for us white people, and then the black part is the one where it says slaves, honor your masters. You know what I mean? That's where I would have beef. Like, I'm not a sheep. I'm not a sheep of whoever. Or what do they say? We are the sheep of Jesus. Whatever. A sheep footy is not even. Oh, you know what? I don't even want to get into that. But the Bible, no, I wouldn't say it's crap. There is a lot of things that I take from the Bible that are my affirmations to today.
So do you have a kid or children? Do you have?
I have a daughter. Yeah, she's 15 years old.
So,
Yes, sir.
like as a parent, like when she decides to take a different route, become a Christian,
Yeah.
or anything that you don't believe in, uzomsusa lapho, follow your path, or what?
You know what? One of the biggest mistakes our parents make was to force us to go to church.
Yeah.
Because if something is so good for me, why am I being forced into it? Yeah, understand? So with my daughter right now, because I stay at home, I stay with my parents. So I think she's Christian. I think she is. They go to church and stuff. However, I do educate her on what I believe in. And I'm honest because you see, I'm so blessed because I have a mom who's open-minded. Ne? She's Christian, ne? Never touch her Jesus. However, she's very open to other ways of thinking. Like when I question how they say Eve came from Adam, like creation came from a man. God is a he, but this God created everything. But in order for creation to take place, there needs to be a feminine and a masculine energy. Like nature will show you that we need a piece of this and a piece of that. Even your brain, there's the feminine side, there's the masculine side. The feminine side is more the intuitive side, the colorful side, the creative side, right? Because females are the ones that give birth. And then the male side is the left side of the brain, which is more logical, numbers, you know what I mean? So one can't exist without the other. It doesn't make any sense. So when it comes to my kid, I try to educate her as much as I can. Like I teach her how to meditate. I tell her about her chakras. I tell her about all these other things, including our ancestors, but I'll never ever force her into anything, because the more you push someone into something, the more they resist. And that's what happened with me. Like I actually had reached a point where I knew I was Christian only because I was scared to go to hell. That was the only reason. Not because I actually wanted a relationship with God or Jesus, but because I heard I was gonna burn forever. Not for one day, but like forever. I was like, I don't want to burn. You see, so what kind of relationship is that if you're going to get into it out of fear? So I wouldn't force my daughter into anything. I just advise her. But force.
As speaking like this, I'm looking at your earring. Again.
Black power.
Black power, yeah. They do. Okay, you're so like, for you to think like this, at what stage in your life? Because like, I have conversations with other women when like different, like when like you're in the lane. So at what stage you change like your narrative, your paradigm?
Well, to be honest with you, I think it's a number of things. First of all, I've never been a person who just fits in. I've never been that person. I've always questioned everything. Like my mom is a witness. I hated school. I didn't understand why every day I have to go to this place. Every day. And I must dress like this. And I must look like these people. And I must learn one thing. And I can't sing. I can't dance the whole day. But the whole day I have to learn about Pythagoras. And I don't even care who that is. You know what I mean? So honestly speaking, I've always been a rebellious person. I've always been a person who like questions things. I've never been a person who just, oh, okay, drugs. Okay, why is drugs? Explain why. You know, then I experiment and I figure, nah, this is not my thing. So life also played a part in it.
Like your experiences.
Experiences. And I also believe in astrology a lot. I do believe in star signs.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you. That was my next question.
I believe even the way
what's your star sign?
I'm a Taurus. That's my sun sign. There's more to the astrology than just the month you were born. Because remember, the planets keep moving in a certain way. And based on the time that you were born, the planets are facing a certain way. The planets also have their own characteristics. You get what I mean? So if a certain planet and a certain planet are going past each other when you were born, you are most likely to
date the person.
No, I'm not talking about dating. What do you like dating?
Okay, wow.
No, you're most likely to carry the characteristics of those planets. For example, Mercury. Mercury is known as the planet of communication, right? So I don't know if you've heard when they say Mercury is in retrograde, meaning Mercury is going the other way around. Technology and communication just gets messed up here on Earth. Like load shedding is more than it should be. Phones are not working. In network, even bad arguments happen because that certain planet of communication is moving in a different direction. Do you understand? So I do believe in so within, so without. Everything that happens out there is what's happening inside. So like before we even started shooting and we're talking about the kind of people we attract, you attract what you are. You can't attract what you're not. So if you keep dating people that you call narcissists, that means there's some narcissism in you. This thing of victim, you know what I mean? So there's nothing that happens outside of you without it starting inside. So that goes with the planets as well. So I think even with me, the way I am has to do with like my whole natal chart. You know, how I think, how I do things has to do with my star sign, not just that, but everything.
Yeah, because like I get that a lot. Like, I'm a Leo, and then like I'm a Leo. Yeah, those people that are arrogant, rebellious. So when I was like.
Okay, so your natal chart has different aspects to it. You being a Leo, that's just your sun sign. That's just your exterior. That's just your day-to-day personality. But there's also your moon. There's also your Mercury. There's also your Venus. There's also, you understand? Like, for example, your moon is your emotions, and it's also the kind of relationship you had with your mother, right? So you could have a sun in Leo, but your moon is in Pisces. And Pisces people are usually very sweet, the most loving, they love the most, blah, 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 blah. You could have Leo, tendencies, but you feel like a Pisces. Mercury is how you communicate and how you think. Your Mercury could be in another sign. So a person is not just determined by one specific sign. There's more to us. How you think, how you use your money, how you love, how you find satisfaction. Like me, my Venus is your Venus is your desires, passion. What else? I'm also still learning. It's in Pisces. Spirituality is the top of my list. That's why I don't care about money as much as the rest of the people do. Maybe you'll find your Venus is in Taurus. I'm a Taurus ne mali and stability and nice things. So maybe your Venus is in Taurus, and that's why money's like at the top of the list for you. You understand? So there's more to us than just to go to Zalwe on this day and that makes you a Leo. Like there's more to us, and I feel like these things were supposed to be taught in school. Like your human design chart. Like even when it comes to your chakras, there's certain people who have defined chakras and there's certain people who don't have defined chakras. Like there's a lot, rather than sex and off and drinking and whatever.
So in other words, you're saying like school lowers your frequency.
It does. School lowers your frequency. School lowers your individuality. School lowers your imagination. School. So if I had a choice.
Why you took your? Because I won't take my kids to school.
I asked her.
Why?
I asked her. I'm like, do you enjoy going to school? She said yes. So I'm not going to go against her will. Do you understand? But if I had a kid who was like me, says, yo, mom, thanks for asking. I don't want to go back. I'll take them out.
Hey, you're a cool parent.
I would. It's not even about being a cool parent. It's about respecting what I'm here for. Do you get what I mean? And God has given me, or the Creator has given me the opportunity to give life and to continue my generation. So why would I go like rape my child into doing something that they actually don't want to do? Because that's gonna come back to me. I'll be the reason for their traumas. No.
So I see your WhatsApp statuses a lot. Even now, like I'm watching your WhatsApp status, and you got those like numerical numbers, like 11,
Yes,
11. What's up? Like tell us, school us on
numbers.
that.
Numbers, just like planets, just like
Do
everything else.
when you see like the number like 11,
Yes.
which means there's a meaning to it.
Okay,
or
every number. Okay, so everything has a equation. Everything is made out of an equation. Every single thing, and there are certain patterns when it comes to the way we are created. From the one cell turning into two, into this, into that. These are all numbers, right? So when it comes to our patterns in life, numbers play a great deal in it. You know, like for example, I know that the number 0 is the beginning, which is pretty obvious because that's where their numbers start. Number 1 is also the start of greater things. So even when I charge people for my services, I use repetitive numbers because those numbers actually bring in more of what I want. So if let's say I'm charging you 300, I say 333, and you have to pay me exactly that amount. Don't give me less or more because I put that, because I believe that's the language of the universe.
I should start doing this for my couch business.
For real, bro. For real. But why do you think in every store they say 15.99? They don't say 16 rand. Hardly. 99 also. 9 is also a beautiful number. That's why women are pregnant for 9 months. Like there's a lot to numbers, and that's what they should be teaching in school. Not Jan van Riebeeck and his boat. I'm not going to do anything with these fucking balls. Do you get what I mean? Instead, I would understand numbers because everybody has a life path number that belongs to them. You find that your number is number 7, and therefore you realize as you grow, there've always been like patterns of 7. Both are number 7. Goopy. You know what I mean? And that actually says a lot about your future, and it also says a lot about where you're going. So that's my connection with numerology. I'm getting more and more into understanding it. I'm not yet like perfect, but I've noticed that there's so many. Every time I see like a 888, then I Google 888. Okay, 8 has to do with abundance, and you know we like abundance.
I'll start doing
They're
that.
like, that's when I'm almost money. 8. 8 is the number. So just check it out and see the numbers that you keep seeing, because it could be the universe, your ancestors, God, whoever trying to communicate with you. Because I believe, Guti, the spiritual realm is not only set to just talking. Sometimes there's a song that's playing in your head, and maybe you need to listen to it and read the lyrics. It may be a message that been sent to you. So numbers, colors as well. I wear certain colors on purpose. Like for example, now my sacral chakra, I need to the color of the sacral chakra is orange. Is not defined. So when you don't have a defined sacral chakra, it's very easy for you to take in people's ideas, people's whatevers. So this is to block other people's things.
Orange is to block?
Yeah. No.
Which?
Orange is the sacral chakra.
This one?
This one is supposed to be. This is your sacral chakra. I don't know why there's 8 stones, but it's supposed to start from here. Your root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. Right. So now different people have certain ones that are open, certain ones that are defined. So when you're defined, let's say you have a defined root chakra, that means you have a defined identity. You don't get lost easily. Like when you walk into a room, people know exactly who you are. You know who you are. But some people don't have it defined. So people like that need to eat more vegetables that include red. They need to wear more red. So for me, this is just to protect myself because my sacral is open. And I need to eat more orange things, whatever.
So you believe in chakras?
Oh, yes, I do. I really do. I do believe we've got energetic points in every part of us. I do. I really do. Because even life and Jay, most of the things that I believe in or I think are true are based on my own personal research. My life has been the research.
You do. So like in every episode, like when you finish, we ask this question. You see, like,
Yeah.
so when I like, what's a perfect world for you? Multi-man now. Hey, this life is nice. This life is soft. This life is comfortable. What's the perfect world for you?
Perfect world. Where we just live off the currency of love. And when I say love, I don't mean romantic. I mean
What?
no judgment.
Tell them what.
No judgment.
No judgment.
Having real relationships with self, because everything that you give to people is what's going on inside of you. So I've learned to stop taking things personally, where I rock up at a place, let's say I'm at McDonald's or whatever, and I greet this lady with a big smile, and then she gives me an attitude for no reason. I know that, no, that's got nothing to do with me. That's got everything to do with what's happening inside of her. So when I say a world of love, I mean where people are so in love with themselves that there's no space for hating, competition, and all this unnecessary nonsense, because there is no one like me in this entire universe. And there's no one like you in this entire universe. So on what levels would we be competing? Because you have what's yours, I have what's mine, and we can learn from each other. Yeah, you know, like for example, I speak well, I know how to talk, but there's some people who don't. Maybe those people could learn something from me, and I can learn something from people who don't speak as much as I do. Where, like, a perfect world would be a place with love, where we learn from each other, no judgment, no looking down on each other, no unnecessary unhealthy relationships. If we're going to drink wine, let us drink it in love and not in lust and, you know, destruction and all of that. So that would be the perfect world for me.
That's dope.
Love.
I don't like saying subscribe, like,
Me neither.
no, like, if you want to watch, you watch, because we're not trying to be famous, we're just trying to pass the message, spirituality, you see. But if you like, you can subscribe, watch, like anything, you see. And you do.
Thank
I felt
you.
like I was the one being interviewed. You do.
You are too.
You
You are too. Also, thank you for the platform. Thank you for what you're doing. I just heard you say we don't want to be famous, and that's a beautiful thing. And when it comes to the like and subscribe thing, I've actually been feeling the same. Every time I watch somebody's video and they're like, don't forget to like, I'm just like, you see, you lost me. So shout out to you for that. That says a lot about how authentic you are. What you're doing is amazing and it's powerful. Don't be concerned about the numbers. Just look at the pattern in the numbers, but not I want to buy hundreds or buy 500s. Like, even if you touch 2 people, that's 2 generations. And how many people does 1 generation have? So shout out to you for your platform.
So like,
People want to follow Nyeleti, the star. They want to listen to music. They want you to enlighten their spirituality.
Yes.
Like, you can tell them where do they find you. Where.
Yeah, you can find me on every platform except TikTok. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't. Too many apps. But I'm Nyeleti _ the star on Twitter, Facebook. In fact, on Facebook I'm Sihle Nyeleti the star Mthethwa. And everywhere else I'm Nyeleti _ the star. If you're looking for my services in terms of performance, I know how to teach you how to hold the microphone, how to perform, just to build confidence. You can find me on 076 532 0989. Please holla at me if you really want to work. Not
Link
for
on
anything.
the description. Put everything on the description.
Much love. My last few words would be love. Go back to yourself, love yourself, heal your traumas, go inside before you can go outside, meditate, breathe from your diaphragm, and just love, man.
I don't. Now you can tell that you have a podcasting certificate. Hey, you do, man. You know how to talk. You know how to speak to the camera. And the certificate is working. But yeah, shout out. Thank you guys. All right.